Hey, what's going on, everyone? Steven the Leggy Gamer here. Once again, apologize about being orange. Do the best with what we can here as far as lighting. But it's been a little while since I made a video again. I've been meaning to make a video response to a buddy of mine here, Mr. RPG Crazy, for a tag video going around, which I'll probably do that right after this. But I wanted to get this video up while I could. A Kingdom Hearts discussion video. It's a series that I haven't put as much time into as I've always wanted to. Years ago when the first one came out on PS2, sent this entry right here, if I can get rid of the glare. I bought it instantly and I thought I had beaten it until I just played through the HD version, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, played that version and realized I never beat this game. But as far as my history with the series, that first one, got it, thought I beat it, but apparently I didn't. I got to a certain fight in it, which we'll talk about later, and yeah, never made it past that part apparently. Other than that, Birth by Sleep, that was the next entry I probably ever played in the series. Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't ever remember buying it. Recoded, Chain of Memories, none of those. Didn't play any of those at all. Birth by Sleep was the next one, and I really enjoyed that one. Combat system and everything, and it was great. And then Dream Drop Distance. I played Kingdom Hearts 3D on 3DS. Really enjoyed that one. But with Kingdom Hearts 3, just hopefully coming out next year. I don't know if they announced a release date or not for it. Hopefully it is coming out next year. With that coming soon, I wanted to go through the series again, especially a lot of the ones that I haven't played. But to refresh my memory, because like I've tried to state time and time again, I just do not remember things. I have a horrible memory. It's something probably when I get older in life, it's just gonna be rough to deal with. But I just have a bad memory, and didn't remember much from the first game. Enough here and there, but the main storyline, which is supposed to be convoluted to begin with, I just couldn't remember too much of that. So I went ahead and I put it in to play it again. Again, I have both versions, but played the HD version because I guess it's got some other content in it too, because it's the remix edition in HD. But since I can't remember much from the first one, I can't even really tell you what the difference is in it. Maybe a couple extra keyblades or whatever. But yeah, I was really excited about getting into it. And you know, those times when I don't know if I could explain it, but you do get so excited for a series, you pop it in, and it's just magical sitting there playing it. Not just because I'm in Disneyland, but it was just a magical moment reliving this in HD. And man, I love the game so much. But anyway, you can tell it's kind of dated in some spots, but we'll go ahead and get the discussion going here. Been a while since I've done one of these, so let's see if we can dust the cobwebs off and get this right. Kingdom Hearts, it's kind of a mix of the Disney characters and some Final Fantasy type characters in an action RPG, which everyone knows what Kingdom Hearts is. I don't need to even sit here and explain it to you. I should just tell you my experience and how it was going back to it playing this, which is probably what I'll just go ahead and do. But yeah, RPG elements, action RPG, and how was this journey going back to the game? What is it about? Well, our main character, Sora, he's on his island with his friends, and one day the darkness comes and takes him away from the island, and he is on his mission to find one of his best friends, Kairi, who you can pretty much say is a love interest in the story. He and his buddy Riku are both out in search of Kairi and want to find her, but you start figuring out through the story, while Sora is this person who's pure of heart and wanting to find Kairi in his way, you have Riku, who wants to find Kairi in his own sort of way, and which ultimately leads up into a kind of clash between them, and so on and so forth. But seeing that whole story unravel, while we've seen better stories since then, or even before then we've probably seen better stories, but it's pretty cool just seeing an RPG that in a way seems so lighthearted, yet it has a pretty serious tone to it as far as the darkness and consuming your heart and can take you over and change you. But the story was really cool. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't too convoluted from this first game. I guess the stuff that happens later on in the series is what really kind of makes everything a mess. But for right now, I mean, it seemed fine. I won't give away any more spoilers because the Riku thing was probably already a spoiler for people who haven't played it already. But it's something you kind of see happening during the game, what's going to happen. As far as the gameplay aspects of it, action RPGs are RPGs I really love. Anything with this type of system. And it doesn't really need to be straight action RPG like the Xenoblade system. I like that. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, enjoyed that system. Final Fantasy XII, I like that combat system. So this Kingdom Hearts system is kind of sort of like that. You got a menu you can scroll up and down to pick the attacks and commands, but you also have a attack button, which I believe was X, which you could just mash away like a hack and slash game. Now the downfalls of this system nowadays, basically, one of the things I was having trouble running into was I never was really using my magic because your MP in this game is so precious and it's so easy to burn through. I mean, it just burns through like crazy. You can cast 3 spells, especially near the beginning of the game, and you're out of MP already. Using a summon in the game, which yes, you can unlock summons like Simba and Dumbo, Mushu from Mulan, who can come and help and aid you in battle. Tinkerbell was the one I used the most because Tinkerbell had a power where she could just stay there in the battle with you and keep you healed and revive you if you actually had died, which I never died while she was out, so I never got to experience that. So, but the summons themselves too use up your MP. So even if you want to use a summon, it's going to drain your MP. Then you have to have items that can replenish your MP. But the bad thing with the item system is you have a stock bag. It's kind of like Dragon Quest in a way. You have a stock bag, then you have to put the items on your character to be able to use them, which is fine. I could put them on me, be able to manage it perfectly fine. But holy moly, Donald and Goofy are 2 of the dumbest item users in any game ever, because if you put an item on them, they're guaranteed to use, if you fill up their slots, I can guarantee you they'll use it all in one battle. If not 1, 2 battles, they're going to be all gone. All your hard-earned potions, because money is hard to get in this game. I hardly had enough money to ever buy anything, and the potion drops and stuff that I had were mainly off of enemies that I were fighting. Other than that, you'll be just using Cure a lot. And enemies do, when you kill them, they'll drop orbs that'll replenish your MP and your health. But it's by a very small amount that actually happens. Now, maybe I'm just a rookie at this. Like I said, I'm just now revisiting the series. Maybe there is some way to really get your MP up and super level up. I think by the end of the game, I was only in my 50s when I beat it. But if you watch people do like speed runs or New Game Plus runs, I mean, their health meter and bars are all the way across the screen almost. So I don't know where they go to grind or anything, but I didn't really have any much trouble in the game actually playing through it. And I played through every world and went back to unlock every Trinity mark. And the only thing I didn't finish were the cups in the Colosseum. I didn't finish the Hades Cup or the ones that you fight Sephiroth and stuff in. Didn't get to do those, but it's one that I definitely will go back to try to do, because it's one of those games I'd like to 100% or get the Platinum Trophy on if I could, getting all the Keyblades and stuff, but it's going to take a lot of time. But the main thing that I loved about this game, forget the story and everything, it's just I'm a huge Disney fan, and just going through, playing through all these worlds and seeing all these characters in the games and the way they interact and just that Disney feel and vibe around everywhere, it was just so magical. I really enjoyed it. And the music, man, I love the music in that. You probably can't hear that, but the soundtrack in this game, I just love. Especially Traverse Town. I believe that's the first town you're in. The music there, when you first get back in that town, it's been so many years. Well, Dream Drop Distance, you were in Traverse Town, but I don't know if it had the same music. But just hearing that original music again for the first time in so many years for the PS2 days, man, it was just so awesome hearing it again. And I would just start playing it all the time around the house now. My wife would be like, oh my goodness, you got the song playing again. Anyways, beautiful music. As far as the HD goes, it looks really good in HD. The upgrade on it, the visuals just look amazing. In the PS2 days, I mean, it looks kind of choppy and stuff from here and there. But man, they really cleaned it up here for the HD version. So I'm really looking forward to playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 when I get to that. Because I have that to 2.5 now. But I really want to play through them kind of all in kind of chronological order. So the next one I'm going to play will actually be Chain of Memories that's on here. And even from what I saw of that, that has a nice little visual upgrade. So they did a great job with the mechanics there for the upgrading. Camera and stuff, there were some spots where the camera would kind of get hung up on me, but nothing that was too big of an issue. Platforming wasn't an issue, and I think that back in the day, those were some issues that I was running into with on the PS2. But if anyone's curious of the what stopped me in the PS2 version, if you play through the game, the Maleficent fight, it wasn't the one. It wasn't that fight, but it was the fight with Riku before that that I never could get past or beat back in the PS2 days. So when I got past that in this one, I was like, wait a second. I don't remember any of this. All of this is new to me, and that's when I sent like a message to Alex saying, "Holy crap, man! Remember when I thought I beat Kingdom Hearts 2? Yeah, I mean Kingdom Hearts. That never happened apparently because I don't remember any of this stuff that I'm doing now." And that was a good chunk of the game after that. I think you're only maybe about at the 70, maybe 80% mark when you're at that after that fight. So it was pretty cool seeing all this stuff for the first time, and it was pretty much like seeing it for the first time again anyway. Going back and visiting this world. So I don't know what else I could say. I just wanted to let you guys know that how special it was to me going back and playing this game again, which goes to show that even like older games, which we talk about all the time, sometimes people feel they don't hold up and some do. This one, I think it does hold up in many ways. In other ways, yeah, you can tell it's dated. The combat system doesn't flow as well as like one in Birth by Sleep or Dream Drop Distance. Magic system needs some work, but it is the first game in the series, and they did a whole lot with what they could do back then. Like, look at these worlds. I mean, Alice in Wonderland, the Nightmare Before Christmas world, Halloween Town, just some great things. We just saw the pirate ship from Hook. That was semi-disappointing because you're just on a ship, but you know, what can you do? And but just visiting all these areas just because I was a huge Disney fan, still am, it's just so cool with that magical music they put with it. I know I use the word magical a lot because it seems to go with Disney, that word magical, and just this game was just, it felt that way. So I'm not sure what else more I could say about it that hasn't been said before. I just wanted to say that I'm looking forward to getting back into this series. I'm going to be on a marathon playthrough of that and some Metal Gear. Also got Destiny expansion coming out that could put me behind. This fall is going to be packed with some games. As far as my Onimusha 2 playthrough I was doing, my disc is skipping on it and it won't read. So for now, that thing's kind of dead. I don't think anyone's really interested anyway. It's just something I was testing the waters with. But until I can get a new copy of the game, that's kind of on the ropes for now anyway. So, but we'll see if we can't get back into the swing of what this channel's used to doing some discussions. I'm still probably going to throw up some gameplay stuff here and there. There's probably going to be some videos of me, like the video response I'm going to do for RPG Crazy. I'll probably have just some gameplay going while I talk into a microphone, because that's kind of easier than getting in front of the camera these days, and you guys see me painted orange from bad lighting. But Kingdom Hearts, really enjoyed it. If it's been a while since you played it, I can highly recommend you go back and just give it another visit this world, and pick up the HD copy. They're both under $20 now, and that's so much value for the price. And let's all get psyched for Kingdom Hearts 3. I know after beating this one, I'm more hyped now than ever to want to get it, and after playing through the rest of the series, I know I'm going to be super stoked. So hopefully it's going to be here next year. If not, oh well, I got more Kingdom Hearts to play through anyway, so I'm sure I'll be happy until then. Alright, like gamer, like out.